I've been trying to teach you some ways that I cook, I eat, and doing the things that I'm doing. I'm trying to get in better shape right now. Started on Monday. I think I've lost about a pound and a half. Started walking more, trying to eliminate sugar, sodas, fast food, and things like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to get back on keto because I worry about the extra fat and stuff on my arteries and things. Right now, I'm just trying to do keto-like, but also eat better at first. And we're going to see how that goes. I might shift into doing full keto for a little bit of time to just kind of pump things up. But right now, it's about eating good food. So let me make sure I've got you guys live. I want to make sure that we are there, and we're going to get started cooking our pho. Yep, it is on. And let's see. It says private. Let me make it public. Done. There we go. All right, let's check and see if you guys are in. Okay. Let's go back. Bear with me for a second here. Let's see. Okay. Forgive me. Public. Okay. No, it's not made for kids. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so we are here and we have nobody live yet. All right, so good. That's actually good that we're just getting started now. Let me make sure that it is actually working. Connection is excellent. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to make some pho, and I hope I got this right. Make sure I got this right. My computer died on me. This is what you get with broadcast media. Computer's not plugged in. Okay, let's see if we got that back on. Okay. Get the computer back going. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We should be live. I'm going to get my Dutch oven here turned on, and let me go through and put picture on picture. All right, so we're going to go through. We're going to get our Dutch oven going right now, and we're going to go ahead and get some sesame oil in here. Now, in the past, you guys know that I've always made my chicken broth and stuff here. So I've got some of my homemade chicken broth here. We're going to get this started getting hot. I have some ginger root. I'm going to take a chunk of this. I'm going to take the onion, and I'm going to take some garlic, and I'm going to chop that up and let that saute before I put the broth in it. And then this is going to be real easy because I've already made the broth when I was dealing with the other stuff, and it'll be nice to do this real quick, and this will be full of flavor. It'll be full of vegetables, and it should be great. Just taking the skin off of the ginger root. The good thing about doing something like this is there's a lot of flavors that are in this because of the freshness that you have of the ginger. We're going to use some of the chicken that we had cooked the other day, which makes it easy. And I'm also going to slice some steak. The steak is going to be sliced real thin, and what we'll be able to do with that is, let's cut that out. What we'll be able to do with the steak is you're actually going to let the steak cook in the mixture, and so you don't actually cook it in there, so it'll be nice and fresh. Center part of that's kind of dry. And this is going to give it, again, more flavor. Now, what you may notice on this tabletop here is some star anise. And that's these guys right here. They smell kind of like licorice. We're also going to put a couple of cloves of clover in there. And we're going to put in there as well, get that ginger in there. We're going to put in there a cinnamon stick. So you're going to get all of these aromatic flavors in it. And you're going to make this broth, and then we're going to actually have raw vegetables. And again, this is one of those things you want to serve it hot, so when you put the vegetables in there, they still stay al dente. Let's get that back, computer back up, so I can see who's here with me. Onions going in there. You know, this is broadcast media, so we have to do everything, and I mean everything. Get some of this garlic going, and what I can probably do is shift. Now, we'll have to shift over on the other camera, so we'll do. We'll go to the pot cam. Now that is our flank steak that we have that we're going to be adding to this as well. One of these days I'm going to get an assistant to help that'll run the cameras and things like that, but right now you're dealing with broadcast media where we only can take this one take at a time because we're doing it live. Do it live! Do it live! Me and my bright idea. Okay, that piece doesn't look too good. And let me restore, see if we can get back to seeing who's here. What I need is to get a tablet to go up here, so that way it's nice and close to me while I'm working this. Okay. And it set it private, didn't it? Okay. Don't know why it set it private. Okay. Turn this down while I figure out why it set it private. Okay, let's see if that does it. Okay, hopefully. All right. Hey, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Trying to get this stream started. I'm actually working here on getting some pho done right now, and I had a little problem with the stream. Hopefully you guys will start tuning in. We don't have anybody just yet. I am actually making some pho, and I messed up with the settings. I thought it was actually live. But here's what we're doing. We're actually going to make some homemade pho, which we're going to use some of the chicken broth that I've used and made before that I have in the freezer. And we're going to make basically a nice vegetable laden soup. Traditional pho is actually a beef broth where you're actually making bone broth with it, which is great, but this is the Mark Eyes version of it. And so what I'm doing is I've got the chicken broth right here. I've got a couple of those. I have some of the shredded chicken that I did the other day as well that we're going to use. I've taken some fresh ginger and garlic and I put in there. And I have these star anise pieces that are in there as well. And if you are in here, say hello to me. Let me know you're here. I kind of screwed the pooch a little bit, setting this up. And okay, there's Lola. What's up, good people? Okay, welcome everybody. All right, so I've got some ginger. I've got some star anise. I've got some sesame oil. I've got garlic, and I have some onions in here. And this is our base for our seasonings for our broth. So we're going to let that go. I'm going to put a cinnamon stick in here. Now this is going to give it a very aromatic, flavorful taste to it. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this very, very hot. And we're going to end up basically taking fresh vegetables and we're going to be adding that to it. We're going to put a couple of cloves in this as well. And we're just going to saute that up. And then we're going to add our broth and let that basically cook. All right, we're going to put this back. I wish you guys could smell this, because it smells incredible already. You got garlic, always smells great to me. I love garlic. And ginger, fantastic. They're great for you health-wise and so on. So I see Lola. I see Donnell Jenkins. I see EJB. What's up? What's up? What's up? And I am going to grab a small cutting board here, because here's what we're going to do. All right, so let me see about changing the cameras. All right, so here's what we got. I have a flank steak, okay? We're going to have flank steak that we're going to be able to add into our soup. Now, we don't want to add it and cook it into it. We want to add this into it when we are actually putting it in our bowl, so it cooks while we're doing it. Now, what I did was I took this, I bought this earlier today, I put it in the freezer so that way it got a little bit frozen. It's not completely frozen, but it stiffened it up, which will make it easier to cut. And so we will start cutting this up here on the butcher block, and we want to cut this nice and thin. I'm going to put this in a bowl. Now this is a lot more than what I'm going to need going forward, and somehow a camera, you know, I'm trying to do it live, and it's hard. It's hard to do it live. Okay, it's really hard doing it live. It really is. Okay, so I'm going to cut this open, and we're going to slice some of this, and then the rest I'm going to put it in the freezer for the next go round. This is flank steak. They say flank steak is the best, one of the best ones to use for this. So what we want to do is we want to cut it really thin, because it's going to cook when you put it into the hot water. And so that's where you get this. Look at that. Real nice thin slices of it. When it hits that hot water, that hot broth, it's going to cook. We're also going to have chicken that's going to shred that I had left over. So this is where you can start cooking. You can start cooking and getting different parts done ahead of time. Make a whole bunch of chicken broth, put it in the freezer. You have it ready when it's ready, you know, when you want to use it. The chicken I cooked on Monday, and I'm still using that for a couple of different recipes. And by buying it when it's on sale, you can save a lot of money. You can see how good that looks. Oh, look at it. Nice and thin cut. When you put it into the broth, it's going to be very, very good. Let me say shout out to everybody who's here. And I want to ask, how is this working for everybody? Is your eating better, working well for you? Are you feeling any better, feeling any more energy? I have been feeling fantastic. In fact, I've had an overload of energy. If you watched my live stream earlier today, where I called it All Hell Breaks Loose, I was part of the hell that was breaking loose. Okay, there we go. Now let's check in on our broth. Okay, so we have our onions and everything else are sauteed there real good. We're going to take our broth. We're going to add that. Oh, we got a little bit of chicken stock, little chunks of chicken in there. Cool. We're going to get this hot. We're going to probably add a little bit more to this, so that way we have more broth in here. And I'm going to add some beef bouillon. And we want to get this boiling. We want to get this hot. Okay? Because this is the basis of everything in here. Now, I buy these. You can usually get these at like BJ's, or you can get them at Restaurant Depot. But this is like a beef paste. It's like bouillon cubes, but it's a little bit liquefied. So that'll give us our beef taste along with that chicken that we have. And we're gonna let that get good and hot. All right, we got our beef cooked, and I'm gonna put the rest of this in the freezer. So we'll do this another time. So this is where the piece of beef is probably the most expensive piece, this flank steak, because I bought it at the grocery store. I believe it was $16 or so. But I'll get 2 meals out of it. And you can see how nice. Look at that steak. That looks good. Okay. All right, so now the next step is we wash our hands. Because now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the fixings together for this. Now the cool thing on doing this is once you have the broth, it can be made for anybody. And by that I mean, because what we do is we're going to have basically a full side menu of toppings. In fact, I'm going to take this right here and we're going to put stuff in here so people can pick what they want to have as far as a topping in their pho. So remember I was talking about having chicken. So this is some of our chicken that we actually cooked the other day. And so I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to shred it with a fork. Just going to take a fork and just pull it through like this. So you can get chicken. You can end up having the steak. But wait, there's more. Now traditional pho would have noodles in it. Well, if you're doing keto, noodles don't work. So we can't use noodles. Now again, I haven't decided if I'm doing keto or not yet, but I'm going to give you a substitute that is going to be great. So who's in the house? Look at that. Oh, that looks so good. So you get the chicken. Now this is one of those things that if you were to have company come over, you have your pho bar. It looks beautiful. Okay, that's probably enough chicken. And I still have some chicken left that we can have tomorrow. So again, cooking ahead of time, I don't have to worry about having that as a base. All right, so when we talk about having pho, I forgot to get some spring onions because spring onions are always nice. But what we're going to do is we're going to have some jalapeno pepper slices, which are always good in there. One day I'm going to move, me and my wife, we're going to get Bluestone, which will be our final home. And I am going to build my kitchen up to be a studio. So that way it'll be more advantageous for us to be able to cook and so forth. Okay. Got our jalapeno peppers that are going to go there. And I'm just going to taste our broth here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, now you can taste the ginger. You can taste the garlic. You get a hint of the cinnamon and the clove in there. The beef and the chicken. Oh, man, that's actually really, really good. It's just got to get really hot. So, if you're looking over here, let's see if we can get the camera adjusted so you can see our pho bar that we're building. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the chicken, we've got the peppers, we've got the steak. Now, cabbage. I like cabbage. We got a big cabbage right here. And pull out the outer leaves. And that is kind of like noodle. I like cabbage, but you know, again, this is one of those things that you can put in what you like. So we're going to slice some cabbage to go in there. Okay, the cabbage, look at that. So when you talk about being fresh and tasty, that's what this will be. You know, I'm thinking about something because something really cool happened today, which is my daughter, Michaela, was picked by YouTube to be one of the featured African-American YouTube stars. And so she is actually on their homepage, which is incredible to me. So shout out to her, the person who got me here. But I'm also getting more help from my wife and my daughter, Aisha, on the channel. So we're going to be able to do more and more things that they're actually helping to really take this to another level. And maybe I'll teach Aisha how to run the camera so that way we can, I love those. They have a wonderful taste. It's King Meta. What's up, man? Close-up cam is awesome. Good. It's better than me, right? But you can look and see. Look at this. So this is the stuff that we're putting in here. Tell me that doesn't look beautiful. All right. We also have bean sprouts. I love bean sprouts. Bean sprouts are the bomb diggity. I'm just going to rinse them off before I put them in there. Bean sprouts. Look at that part. Just the presentation alone just looks incredible. You want to have some fresh lime. So we got some fresh lime to go there. And now here's where things really get cool. And that is, if I can find, all right. These things are freaking amazing. This is for your zucchini, so you can actually make zucchini pasta. And so that's what I'm gonna do right now, is I'm actually gonna make zucchini pasta. So instead of actually having noodles that have the fat and stuff in there, we're gonna have zucchini. Now the key on all this is you're gonna take a hot broth and you're gonna go ahead and put in all of these vegetables. They're gonna cook slightly, but still stay tender in the broth. That's the key on all of this, okay? So check this out. I love this. This literally, you put the piece in there and you spin it, and it just makes pasta. Look at that. Tell me that's not beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bowl. Put that in. Check this out. Okay. It's kind of hard to cook and try to show you guys everything, but look at that. This is one continuous piece. So what I do is I actually take the knife and cut it a little bit. Okay, look at that. And just like that, you've got, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, because it is all continuous, I'll just run the knife down the middle and we'll add that to our bar. Now, my wife does not like yellow squash, so we're going to separate the two. So now we're going to do the same thing with the yellow. That's about all we're going to get out of it, but that's enough right there. Okay, so now we got our yellow squash. Color and presentation is everything on this. Okay, so now all we really have to do is wait until our broth is hot, and then we can go through and we're going to be fixing ourselves a bowl, and it's getting there. Now, the good thing about this, now typically if I was making this from scratch, I would be cooking the chicken. I'd be cooking the chicken broth and stuff all day, but having that broth already made makes this really, really easy. Now, one other thing we're going to do is I love fresh cilantro, so we're going to put a little bit of fresh cilantro, and we have some Thai basil that we're going to be able to have for this as well. So you can sprinkle some of those fresh spices on. Okay, so I'll put that in like a little container. Whew. So we have our cilantro. And we'll get our Thai basil. I buy this at the World Market, which is, that's $2.68 for this whole packet here at an international market, as opposed to if I were to go to Giant or one of the grocery stores, they would charge a lot more. I mean, a lot more. So that's where I save some money by going to those international markets. And they always seem to have much fresher vegetables. Now, if you're buying canned goods and things like that, you're going to spend a fortune because they don't sell a lot of that stuff, so they charge a lot more. David Wiley, what's up, man? Okay, so let's take a look at our toppings here. Okay, for our pho, look at that. Is that, oops, wrong, look at that. That's our toppings for our pho. We have our fresh cilantro. We have Thai basil. We have the steak that we'll put into it. And now all we need is, we just need the broth to be boiling. You want the broth to be boiling. And so, take that off. I'm still getting used to using the cameras, people. So, you want the broth to be boiling, so that way when you put the stuff into this, it'll end up basically cooking. So, you want it hot, hot. Now, one thing I did forget to put in here is I do not have any fish sauce. You want to put a little fish sauce in there, and of course, some soy sauce. So we need a little bit of soy sauce to go in here in our broth, and I want to double check it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That tastes, because you got the herbs and stuff that are in there, it tastes like it's from the Middle East. So we're going to have a ball with this. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm going to use the big square bowls here because I want to put a lot of the broth in it, so that way it'll be able to cook. And so each person will be able to set this up the way they want to. You can go ahead and put your vegetables and stuff in there that you want, pour the hot broth over it, and it will be ready to rock and roll. Now, truth in advertising here. Truth in advertising. I am not a chef. David Wiley, he is a chef. That boy can cook. That boy can cook. I am a guy who just likes to cook and likes to experiment. So don't take what I do as anything other than what I do for me. Okay? So, things that I like to put on this. Sriracha is really good if you want extra heat. Or what I really like, but it really shouldn't do, is actually some chili, the sweet chili. Oh, just a little bit of sweet chili in there is really good too as a topping. Because the sweet helps to counteract the heat. All right, we're boiling real good. So here's what I'm going to do. Ace, Trey, I need your help. Now, they don't like to be on camera, so I'm going to turn the camera this way a little bit more so they won't be seen, okay? But you can see the broth is boiling real good. I'm going to turn that down on low. All right, we are ready. We are ready. I need your help. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fix the toppings here on our pho. And let's see if I can get the camera close on all this. Okay. So, you guys see the toppings right here, and you see the broth. Okay, Ace, I need to know what stuff you want to have. Oh, Tracy, what stuff you would like to have? The camera's right here over. So, you want everything? Okay. All right, so we're going to put...
Just a small bowl, please.
A small bowl? Okay, we're going to put some beef.
Oh, you're doing that?
Huh?
You're doing the beef thing?
Beef too.
Cooking in the...
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so look, we got the beef in there that she wanted. We'll make sure we don't put the beef with the other stuff. We'll put in a couple of hot peppers. We'll put some chicken in it. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be so good. We'll put in some noodles right there and a little bit of cabbage.
So how long does it need to sit to cook?
It won't take long to cook because this is very, very, very hot. But just stir it up. Now
What's
look at
that
this.
first thing that's yellow?
That is squash, yellow squash. Oh, I forgot the avocado. Oh, I suck. Okay. And so there you have it. Can you see that, guys? Look at that. That's what it looks like here. I'm going to pass this on to the wonderful bride, and she can go ahead and get a fork on there. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some avocado to go with this as well.
Fridge is in.
I was just in it.
You have the freezer?
Okay, I was just in that too.
No, I mean, enough for things to defrost.
Okay. All right. Tell my crowd that I'm an idiot and leave the refrigerator open because I'm getting old and
no.
senile.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay. So you see how I scored all of this? And I'm going to put a couple of chunks in. And where's Aisha?
She's upstairs.
So I could get hers made. Okay. So Aisha's not here. I'm going to go ahead and make mine then. All right. So I'm going to put a lot of beef in. I want beef. Okay, and what's going to happen with the beef is actually going to cook in here in the moisture, and I'm just waiting for my wife to say, oh, okay, there's my daughter. So what would you like toppings wise? Beef.
Oh.
Okay, so the beef will cook into it. Of course you got to have some you want me to just put everything?
Sure.
Okay, put in some chicken. Oh, I forgot to give some of those to your mother. I think I made too much topping. Okay, and Thai basil and cilantro. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. All right, so now we'll put the hot broth in here. Now this is a lot more toppings than you would get typically when you go to the restaurant, okay? I overload it, all right? And avocado. There we go. And you have to taste test this here so they can hear how it sounds. Okay? So, you guys have seen how I've topped those. I'm going to go ahead and get mine together here. I like lots of beef. In fact, the beef, the chicken, this is like a smorgasbord of, what, did I hear a
You did.
Okay. You need to have your friend come over and I do this. Think he would like this?
Yeah, he likes it.
Okay. And don't forget the lime too, because you want to put some lime on it for that extra taste in there. Look at that. Oh, Nelly. You want to talk about the scents. How does it smell there? I mean, how does it taste, Ace?
Delicious. Best meal I've ever had.
Best meal. Okay. Oh, there, I got the star in there. We don't want to eat the star. Okay. And that's what it looks like. I'm going to let that sit here for a second. And I'm going to get some sriracha to go on top of it because I like it spicy. And I'm going to get some avocado. You're very welcome. Now, if you're doing keto, this is perfect for keto right now. If you are not doing keto and you're just looking to eat better, it's perfect for eating better because you've got all kinds of vegetables in there. There's no processed junk that's in there other than what's in the soy sauce and things like that. Now, I am going to be bad. This will be my treat. I've got a little bit of Thai sweet chili. I'm just going to put a little bit. That will help to counteract the heat that's in there. Okay. Chef Marconi. I don't know about Chef Marconi. Well, the cool thing is this is one of those things that, do you need a fork or do you need a spoon? You need both, okay? You need both because you've got all of the stuff that's in here. In fact, oh boy. Let me change camera angles here. Let's see. You see all the stuff that's in there? You see, look at that. Now the beef is on the bottom and it's still cooking, okay? The beef is still cooking. We need to move it around some and let that finish cooking. But we want it to be, I like it medium rare. But look at that. Oh, Nelly. Nelly. Oh my goodness. And this is why it needs to be really hot, hot, hot in there. But I'm going to get a taste. Oh, that's good. That is good. Woo! Oh my God. This is about as fresh as you can get. And it's spicy. It's full of protein. Yeah, that's the trick. So for today, I've gotten about 7,000 steps in. Had a couple slices of lunch meat and cheese. I've had my coffee. I need to drink more water. And I'm having this for dinner. Look at that. You got the chicken, you got the steak. Tons and tons of vegetables. See, the cool thing with doing something like this is, if you're trying to make your money stretch further, you're not actually using that much meat. You're actually using more and more vegetables. As opposed to buying, a 16-ounce piece of steak for one person. This is only like 2 chicken breasts and maybe 6 ounces of steak for 4 people. All right, so we are done with this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this, and hit the like button. If you like what we're doing here, tell a friend. If you have some suggestions, like maybe don't eat in front of camera, or things you'd like us to cook, let me know. But I tell you, this is good. And I think I've only been working on this for about 30 minutes. So, let me say hello to everybody. Beast Gamer, we're working on maybe getting back on the keto. We are starting out to eat better first. That's what our main thing. The main focus is, because I'm worried about doing just straight keto, that my body is not ready to have all of the fats only. So what we're trying to do is eat better meals that are full of nutrients, full of flavor, and less junk and chemicals. So we're trying to stay away from processed foods, try to do everything cooked fresh as much as possible. Save some money while we're at it, and get healthier. I'm sorry, guys. This is freaking insane. It's got a kick to it, and so many different tastes and textures. It's Absolutely divine. All right, good people. I'll see you tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm going to try something different. I think I'm going to smoke some steaks. Look at the steak. Look at the steak, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Hey, how was it? Huh? I'm at the, wait, are you talking about the stream?